point. Now, West Brook's coming off their first loss of the year, and with district play starting 1 week from tonight, you know the Bruins don't want to be limping in with another loss. So let's head out to the Butch Thomas Center, where the West Brook Bruins were hosting Houston Chavez. Not too gracious hosts, we hope. Of course, homecoming for West Brook out there tonight. And we'll pick this up here. Isaac Aubrey throwing to Calvin Lewis, and the Bruins pick up a first down. They were in business. More from West Brook. Justin Hervey, we've seen this before. Nice moves as he's going to avoid several tackles and finally gets taken out at the hip right there. Gains about 25 yards on that run. Coach Flanagan calling out another play. He wants to find the end zone. More from Hervey. He drags a defender right across the end zone in for the touchdown. 7-0 after the PAT. Bruins just getting started. Now, would Chavez be able to answer the Lobos? Jawan Duckworth runs from about 20 yards out, and look at that. He gets in, so he's able to tie it up on the ensuing kickoff taken by Calvin Lewis. Lewis with a good pickup here, finds some room. He's looking for some blocking, and he gets to the outside here. He brings it back just about to midfield before he gets knocked out right there. So still short worth it. Field for the Bruins working right here. Next play, it's quarterback Isaac Aubrey. He keeps it himself, and he's going to cover the rest of the field. About 48, 50 yards on that one. In for the score. It was 14-6 West Brook at that point, as Chavez did not get their extra points, so they didn't tie it. After forcing the Lobos to go 3 and out, the punt taken by Calvin Lewis, and we've seen him run before. He likes that side of the field as he finds some running room. He's coming right towards us and right by us. He takes it all the way in, 65 yards for the touchdown. It was a good night for homecoming for the West Brook Bruins. As we'll go to the big board in this one, West Brook takes this one with ease. 54-23. Bruins take down the Lobos. Now, if you're a longtime viewer of the KFDM tailgate party, you may recognize our team tailgate reporter that was at the Butch Thomas Center tonight. It's KFDM's executive producer, Scott Lawrence. Scott stepped away from his desk to watch some high school football. He's got more now from the Brook.
We're here inside the West Brook locker room with head football coach Kevin Flanagan. And, Coach, the football and weather gods seem to be smiling down on you. It didn't start raining until after the game was over.
Yeah, how's that for timing? As soon as we came in, yeah, it started up. But it held off long enough for us to take care of this one and do what we needed to do.
Give us an overview of the game. You guys had a good score, 53-24, a lot of offense. How would you characterize your team's performance?
Well, I thought we came out and executed well at the beginning of the game. Offensively, I thought we moved the ball well, had some big plays, so forth, which we needed to do, work some passing game that we've been needing to work on. Defensively, I think we've played better defensive games than this, and I think the defense will agree with that. And we've got to shore up some things defensively, and then, of course, the end of the game I thought was kind of sloppy. But proud of the kids. They took care of one that they know they should win, and move forward from here and move into district.
Talk about any players that are standouts tonight. Whose performances stood out to you in terms of expected or unexpected performances?
Well, offensively, just right off the top, I think Isaiah Wilkerson had a good game. Isaac Aubrey, quarterback, had a good game this week. We had James Reed, had a big run or two, some good plays. A lot of guys, and of course the offensive line. I'll have to wait and see the film for some of those things. I think they continue to play well. They've done a good job all year. Defensively, again, I'm going to have to watch and see some things on there, but I'm sure Christian Blewett at nose did a good job. And then I know Moses Gallo, I saw make some plays out there. So, we'll go back and watch film tomorrow, and we'll evaluate and grade all those guys.
It's your team 3-1 so far this year. Are you getting a chance to play other players in a protracted season? You're always going to have to count on some backup players. There are always injury situations. Have you been able to put some other kids in there to give them a chance to perform?
Yeah, and tonight was a good opportunity to do that. We had a lot of kids. We played the starters in the second half, the first series, and then they came out soon after that. So got a chance to get a lot of young kids in there. A lot of kids don't get a lot of playing time, and they executed and did well.
So you have a bye week next week and then another game after that. What are you going to work on in the next couple of weeks?
Well, there'll be a lot of things to work on. Obviously we've got to clean up at the end of this ball game. We had some silly penalties as far as offsides and some things that we've got to correct. We'll continue to work passing game offensively and shore up the run game, and then defensively, I think there were some holes inside, but they do a good job the way they run up in there and stuff. So we'll clean all that stuff up and get ready for district.
And what's a successful year for you? West Brook has been a pretty dominant team the last couple of years, an improving program. Is it just enough to win district, or are you looking beyond that to what comes after that?
Well, I think we always look beyond that. You know, it's again back to what we talked about earlier in the season. You know, you chase perfection, and you might just catch excellence. And so that's what we say. You know, 16-0 is perfect, and obviously, you know, we're not going to be there, but the state championship is the ultimate goal. And then if we fall short of that, there's a lot of room for error in there. That's still some pretty good goals that you can achieve. So obviously, district championship is the next thing that we'll be seeking.
Who are some of the teams standing in your way looking down to the rest of the season? Who stands out as some teams that might be obstacles to you guys performing successfully?
Yeah, you know, LaPorte is probably underrated in a lot of regards. They've been district champions 2 years in a row, and so that's our next opponent. So that's the first thing for us to have any chance of district championship. You got to go through LaPorte, and so that's where we've got to go. And then we roll into Deer Park after that, and then it just continues after that. So it's a tough district, and starts off tough and just continues all the way through for us.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Congratulations. So that's it from the Butch. Weather not a big problem, lightning not a problem, rain a problem only after the game was over. Mosquitoes perhaps a bit of a problem. I'm going to grab some off guys, and I'll turn it back to you, Andrew and Mike.